Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Mikel Arteta says £20 million intelligent Arsenal player works really hard. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has given his verdict on Leandro Trossard after the match against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Arteta has noted what makes Belgium international winger Trossard such a good and important player for Arsenal. Well, Arsenal beat Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday. The Gunners won the Premier League game 2-1. Leandro Trossard started for the Gunners in North London. The £20 million Belgium international was deployed on the left of a three-man midfield in a 4-3-3 formation. It came as a surprise to many, including former Arsenal star and Sky Sport pundit Paul Merson. Kai Havertz was expected to start, but the German international was on the bench. Although Trossard did not have the best of matches, he did go close to scoring and asked questions of the Wolves' defense a few times. After the match, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta raved about Trossard and outlined what makes the 28-year-old a special player. Arteta told Football London about Trossard the following: "That's the beauty of having him. He can play as a 9, as an attacking midfielder, as a winger. He is so intelligent. His work rate is through the roof. You see how he is chasing people in small spaces. He is top and he has his talent to help us find openings and gaps. I'm really happy with him." In my view, Leandro Trossard is not going to be a regular in the Arsenal starting lineup. I do not see the former Brighton and Hove Albion star play week in and week out for the Gunners, but he will play his role, I'm sure of it. Trossard will make an impact for Arsenal in the coming weeks and months. The winger has made 5 starts and 5 substitute appearances in the Premier League this season. He has scored 3 goals and given 1 assist in those games. Trossard has also scored 2 goals and given 1 assist in 3 start and 1 substitute appearance in the UEFA Champions League for the Gunners this campaign. Alan Shearer is still left slightly unimpressed with £45 million Arsenal player yesterday. Alan Shearer has now been sharing his thoughts on Gabriel Jesus' performances for Arsenal following yesterday's win. Shearer was speaking on the BBC's Match of the Day and started by explaining how there is more to Jesus' game than just goals for Arsenal. However, when discussing his numbers with Danny Murphy, Shearer was adamant that the Brazilian need to improve. Shearer did think Arsenal could win the league as things stood, but suggested it would be a lot easier if Jesus worked on his goal record. He said, "He is not a goal scorer. He never has been. When you look at his numbers, Danny, he brings more to Arsenal's game than goals. He's got 1 in 9 this season. That will improve and that has to improve. I'm not going to say they can't win the league without having a 20-goal striker, because City did it with Gundogan when he got 14 or 15, I think. Chelsea did it with Lampard when he had 14 or 15. So it can be done, but this Arsenal team, I mean other players, are going to have to chip in as they are doing for them to maintain their challenge. And indeed, if they are going to go on and win it, but there is his goal scoring there, he is not a great goal scorer. That tells you that." Perhaps many Arsenal fans will agree with Scherer's summary on £45 million Jesus. Whilst so many recognize the brilliant qualities the striker brings to Arsenal, they surely would also like to see him find the net more often. Gabriel Jesus will always be something of a polarizing subject among football fans. Many simply can't accept a striker who doesn't primarily focus on goals, and whilst Sherer still thinks Jesus can improve, he is certainly already achieving a very high output for Arsenal. Jamie Ohara tells an Arsenal fan to show respect to £30 million player leader. Jamie Ohara has defended Arsenal left back Oleksandr Zinchenko when a Gunner fan criticized him on talkSPORT. The former Tottenham Hotspur player and talkSPORT pundit has noted what Zinchenko has brought to Arsenal. Well, Jamie Ohara has been raving about Arsenal and Ukraine international star Zinchenko. The former Tottenham Hotspur player has noted what Zinchenko has brought to the Arsenal team and how he has made Mikel Arteta's side better and stronger. Ohara made the comments about the 26-year-old while discussing his performance for Arsenal against Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates in the Premier League on Saturday. The Gunners beat Wolves 2-1 in North London. Zinchenko provided the assist for Martin Odegaard's goal in the 13th minute. The £30 million star, though, struggled defensively and was caught out for the goal that Matheus Cunha scored for Wolves in the 86th minute. Arteta was not impressed. Ohara said about Zinchenko on talkSPORT, "You have got to appreciate, though, he knows how to win things. He has been at Manchester City, he has won massive tournament, massive trophies. You have got to respect what he has done for you. He has come in, he has been a leader in the group, he took you to another level. I think he is a good player. Yeah, defensively, he lets you down, but he has been a midfielder pretty much his whole life. He has reverted to a left back because he can be used there." The Ukraine international has made 10 starts and 3 substitute appearances in the Premier League for the Gunners this season. He has scored 1 goal and given 1 assist in those games. Zinchenko has also made 3 starts and 1 substitute appearance in the UEFA Champions League and has made 1 start and 1 substitute appearance in the Carabao Cup. Yes, Zinchenko needs to do better defensively, but no one ever said that he is world class. He is 26 now, and I believe that the former Manchester City player could still get better and improve his game. Gary O'Neill says Wolves had a specific plan to stop 22-year-old Arsenal player yesterday. Gary O'Neill has now been revealing an ultimately unsuccessful plan he had to stop Arsenal star Bukayo Saka yesterday. O'Neill was speaking on the BBC's Match of the Day and mentioned the specific plan his team were working on to stop Arsenal's Saka. The manager suggested that his side had spent much of the week focused on being aggressive whilst doubling up on Arsenal's wingers. However, he wasn't happy with the hesitant display his defenders produced. O'Neill said, "2-0 down to concede the goals the way we did was disappointing, especially the first because it's a situation that we practiced, worked on a lot, so many bodies around Saka. For him to be able to wriggle through and for us to be slightly hesitant around the penalty area with our defending, disappointed. Second goal from Arsenal was an incredible goal, the speed that they moved the ball at." Of course, many teams do now arrive at the Emirates with a specific plan for Bukayo Saka in mind. However, keeping him quiet for 90 minutes is proving near impossible. Arsenal are now getting used to the likes of Gary O'Neill having specific plans for their stars like Bukayo Saka, and they are now overcoming them. And the robust foundation Arsenal have built is now affording more patience with their attacking performances. Gary O'Neill says Arsenal have a 24-year-old player who is not easy to get past. Arsenal midfielder Declan Rice has been described by Gary O'Neill as a player who is not easy to get past. The Wolves manager was speaking to the club's media team after the Gunners beat his side 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday. Arsenal raced into a 2-goal lead, Bukayo Saka opening the scoring in the 6th minute and Martin Odegaard doubling the Gunners' advantage on 13 minutes. However, Arsenal faced a nervy end to the Premier League game in North London when Cunha halved the deficit 4 minutes from time. It was the Wolves' man's second goal of the week, and speaking to the press, his manager pointed out how the forward gave players like Rice a tough time. He said, "He's a top player. Some of his moments today where he was able to walk past their defenders in the penalty area. I think one was Declan Rice, who is not easy to get past, and his shot hits Raya in the face, and he has those individual moments where he can turn on and turn games. Credit to Wolves for giving Arsenal a tough game, even though the Gunners were in control for most of the game. They never let their heads drop and made for a nervy finish. ONeal is spot on. Rice is not an easy player to get past, so Cunha should be pleased that he had some good moment against him. That said, the 24-year-old Arsenal star had another great game. In all fairness, that's pretty much standard for him now. He is consistent as well as world class, so much so in fact that virtually nobody is bringing up the £105 million fee the Gunners paid West Ham for him. That's testament to how he is living up to lofty expectations. Mikel Arteta says £15.5 million Arsenal player can reach another level. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has given his verdict on defender Takahiro Tomiyasu after the match against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Arteta has raved about Tomiyasu and has outlined just why he likes the Arsenal defender so much. Well, Arsenal beat Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-1 at the Emirates Stadium on Saturday. Saka and Odegaard scored the goals for the Gunners. Jesus played well. Takahiro Tomiyasu started the match for Arsenal at right back. Arteta had to take off the £15.5 million fullback on the 79 minutes due to injury. Arteta has suggested that the injury suffered by the Japan international is not serious. The Arsenal boss has also said that Tomiyasu is a very reliable player, outlining just what the 25-year-old brings to the team. Arteta told Football London about Tomiyasu. The first thing is what he offers defensively. He is tremendously reliable. Then in attack, he has things that he can develop, certain timings and positioning for his delivery, and actions where he can open spaces for others. He is so willing to learn and do that. Again, he is another player who is giving another level, and I think he still has another level in him. In my view, Takahiro Tomiyasu is an underrated player. He is not one of the best at Arsenal. The 25-year-old is a versatile defender. He can play as a right back or as a centre back. Now, William Saliba and Gabriel are the two main centre backs for Arsenal, who have been playing at right back most of the times. However, Tomiyasu is a valuable option to have for Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta. He is a very reliable player who can do a job when needed. I think that Tomiyasu is a very balanced fullback. He does his defensive work well and can also contribute in attack. What Arsenal told Aaron Ramsdells' camp at the start of the season. Aaron Ramsdells' father is wrong about what he said about the Arsenal goalkeeper. That's according to ESPN, which has reported what Ramsdells' camp was told about his position at the start of the season. Well, Aaron Ramsdell has lost his place in the Arsenal starting lineup. The England international goalkeeper is now behind David Raya in the pecking order. Raya joined Arsenal on loan from Brentford in the summer of 2023. The Gunners will make the deal permanent. Ramsdell's father recently said on the Highbury Squad podcast that his son did not know that Arsenal were going to sign a new goalkeeper in the summer of 2023. According to ESPN, one source has said that Arsenal had indicated to Ramsdell's camp that there was a possibility they would sign a new goalkeeper. The Gunners offloaded Matt Turner in the summer of 2023 because the USA international wanted more playing time, so they had to bring in a replacement goalkeeper who turned out to be Raya. The future of Aaron Ramsdell is uncertain now. It's hard to see Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta drop David Raya anytime soon. I believe that Ramsdell has a big decision to make in the January transfer window. The England international is a very good goalkeeper and he would be able to play for another top club. Chelsea and Newcastle United have been linked with Ramsdale. Manchester United are also being tipped. Wolverhampton Wanderers are keen on the 25-year-old as well. It will be interesting to see what Ramsdale does in the January transfer window. Arsenal could win the Premier League title this season, so I would understand if the goalkeeper wanted to stay and be part of a winning squad, but he also needs to think about playing time and his career. Edo's audacious attempt to sign striker Arteta wants at Arsenal could force Chelsea into action. Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea could be forced into action regarding Victor Osimhen because of Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. That is according to Team Talk, which has noted another big club who are interested in signing the Napoli striker. According to Team Talk, Arsenal and Chelsea are interested in signing Victor Osimhen from Napoli. The report has claimed that Spanish and European giants Real Madrid are also keen on the incredible striker. The report has added that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, as well as sporting director Edu, are both keen to make an audacious attempt to bring Osimhen to the Emirates Stadium to beat competition from Arsenal and Madrid. Chelsea could now try to sign the Nigeria international striker in the January transfer window and would have to pay £120 million for him, according to Team Talk. It remains to be seen what will happen with this story. As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.